Hello ladies and gentlemen, and today we're going to be going over the difference between mouse and keyboard and controller. Now some say that mouse and keyboard is better, now some say the controller is better. We're going to get into the nitpicky of both for the most part. Let's go down that road. So, every gun in Destiny 2 has two components that determine whether your bullets will land. One is accuracy and two is aim assist. Accuracy, which affects how close your bullets will land to your reticle, typically showcased by a cross or a plus sign. Aim assist determines reticle friction and bullet magnetism, showcased as a circle on your crosshair. Now we have two things, reticle friction and bullet magnetism. Reticle friction is how your crosshair will stick to a target's body while you move. This effect is only present for controller users. Bullet magnetism gives your bullets a small degree of forgiveness, allowing them to hit the enemy if your aim is narrowly off. This is present on all input devices. So basically, when you shoot a gun in Destiny, it doesn't actually go where you're aiming at least not exactly. All of your bullets will land within the accuracy cone or the plus shape, giving your weapons a degree of error. However, all weapons come with some form of aim assist, the circle around the accuracy cone. This makes your bullets bend to the target. Weapons with higher aim assist rating allow your bullets to bend from further away. In game terms, this is why hand cannons are headshot magnets. They have some of the highest aim assist and initial accuracy values in the game. As you fire your weapons, you notice that the reticle changes shape. The accuracy cone will begin to expand while the aim assist cone will start to shrink. This means your bullets are more likely to land wide of your target and not bend towards them. You need to place your shots to minimize this effect and consistently land shots again. The community calls this bloom, referencing to the blooming of your crosshair while in a gunfight. Now what does this mean? Now let's go to reticle friction with this. Is how much your crosshair will stick to a target's body while they move, which is only present for controller users. Which means that your reticle is going to slow down a little bit when it gets on target. However, there is a caveat to this. Your aim can also be pulled away if someone else crosses your target, and you could be fighting reticle friction. So this allows there to be a downside to using a controller because you get reticle friction that can pull it on the target, off the target. Now, mouse and keyboard. You can do this with an input method. Certain mouses have it as a different kind of input method. You can actually slow down reticle on aim with the touch of a button. Some mouses have it. I have a mouse that has it, that allows you to, when you go to aim, you can hit a button and it slows down your ADS speed. And the cool thing about that is it doesn't take your aim away from the target like it does on controller. Now with that being said, so we've discussed that the bigger the aim assist cone, the more it is easier to hit a target. Your bullets are going to land somewhere in there. It does help. Your accuracy cone will hit no matter what. However, your aim assist is bigger. You do get better follow through on bullet placement when you're whiffing shots. When you're shooting, you can aim a little bit off target and still hit target. Now let's evaluate what are the codes for keyboard versus controller. Alright, first we're going to start with the controller code, and then we're going to look at the mouse code, and we're going to compare. Alright, looking at the controller aim assist cone, you can see that it fits nice and gently into that box. Next we got the mouse and keyboard code. As you can see, the moment we tap the mouse, it enlarges. It gets significantly bigger. This is your aim assist code. This is where bullets will hit inside of. And note, side-by-side comparison, the one on the right, which is mouse and keyboard, is larger. You can whiff more. You can be more inaccurate. But, you know, those dirty controller players, they have reticle friction. What? So does mouse and keyboard if you enable it, if you do an extra button. And this brings me back to bullet magnetism, giving your bullets a small degree of forgiveness, allowing them to hit the enemy if your aim was narrowly off, which is presented on all input devices. So, if your aim assist cone is bigger, therefore your bullet magnetism is also bigger. Next, we'll also be covering airborne effective and altering weapon performance. Firing your weapon while airborne has a smaller effect to weapon bloom. Fire your weapon quickly during combat. When you are off the ground, your weapon's accuracy will be worse, more likely to deviate from your center of your crosshair, and your aim assist will be much lower, reduces the likelihood of landing a hit, especially headshots. How much worse your weapon will be is determined by the stat. If it's at 100, you won't notice any changes. If the stat is at 0, good luck landing a headshot. Coupled with blue mechanic, we mentioned earlier, weapons with a low airborne effectiveness will not win duels, well, in the air unless you have perfect aim. Airborne effectiveness has a much larger effect on aim assist than accuracy. Even with an airborne effectiveness of 0, your bullets will still land relatively close to your reticle. Focus on body shots will provide the most consistent experience. It's when you start investing in the stat where landing headshots will become more viable, as your aim assist value will become far less penalized. Accuracy will also see a noticeable improvement between 0 and 70 airborne effectiveness, while aim assist is affected for all 100 points. But wait, conflicx, we've been talking about mouse and keyboard versus controller. Why are we talking so much about airborne effectiveness? Now, the keyword there is aim assist, and we talked about it with airborne effectiveness, which it all relies on your aim assist cone and accuracy codes. Therefore, if you have a larger and or smaller aim assist cone, you are either performing better in air or less in air, dependent on your input method. So with that being said, I think we can all comfortably agree on, based off of the data, based off of what is given to us by Bungie, based off the information literally given by game, it is a lot harder to actually play on controller and aim and fire and shoot than it is on mouse and keyboard. Now next, I want to talk about recoil and stability between the two devices. There is a big difference. Now, let's look at the difference between the two. I'm standing in the same spot, ace of spades. I do a quick jiggle test so you can see the difference between the aim assist cones. Now notice, I'll start shooting first with the controller. I'm not giving any feedback. I'm not pushing down. Look at how high we get from just rapid firing the ace of spades. We reload, we swap over to our mouse. You notice the aim assist cone enlarges, and we just go full ham on pressing the trigger. Note, we are half recoil. We can spam faster without having any worry about recoil. Now that being said, I think based off of the aim assist, the accuracy cones, airborne effectiveness, we have come to a solid conclusion based off of the evidence, ladies and gentlemen, that it is harder to play on controller than it is mouse and keyboard. Now looking forward to seeing your guys' thoughts, opinions, conjectures, whatever have you for this video. Please bring it. I'd love to have an adult discussion. Like always, peace, love, respect. conflicx out.